Welcome everybody. We will start lying down on our backs and we're going to use a block, so have that handy by your side. If you haven't got one, it doesn't matter, we can work without it. But just lying down on your back. And to start with, you can bring your knees into your chest, wrap your arms over the tops of the knees and have a little rock from side to side. You know, see how that feels today so far. You can let your eyes close and just start to think about how you're breathing. Start to let the breath flow freely. And we'll keep hold of the right leg and just extend the left leg to the front of the mat. And you can move this right knee over towards the left shoulder and then back over to the right, kind of flossing your way into the hip there. And then letting the knee fall towards the left side. So it's nice and easy to begin with. Tune in, how does that feel in your spine this morning? Unless you're doing it a little bit later in the day. How does it feel in your spine now? Getting those long, deep breaths in, expanding into the belly. Long breaths out. And then bringing the right knee back into your chest. Let's hug the left knee in. Feel the difference in each side. And then extend the right leg out. And we'll just let the knee move from shoulder to shoulder. And then eventually letting the knee fall to the right side. So be taking care, this is the first kind of movement that you've done today. And seeing what's available, seeing how it feels. Breathing into any stiffness. And bringing the left knee back into your chest, so hug the right leg in as well. You can do little circles with your ankles here. And little circles the other way. So now we're going to press the left foot flat onto the floor. Take your arms up and over your head. And I want you to just pulse that right knee into your chest. Actively drawing the right thigh towards the belly. We'll squeeze the belly back down towards the mat. I'm just getting used to that action there. And without using your hands, turn the right knee out towards the right side and try and bring the foot towards your face. And then turn the foot out to the side and the knee into the center, so rotating the leg within the hip. And again, bring your foot towards your face and the knee out to the side. And then taking the foot out to the side and the knee out to the center. So last time, bringing your foot towards the face and the knee out to the side. Now, can you try and place this right foot without using your hands to the inner left thigh, as if you were doing a tree pose here? And then see if you can pulse that right knee open a little bit, pushing your right foot into the inner left thigh. You can use your hand if you need to. And then extend your left leg nice and straight. And come into this kind of lying on your back tree pose. You can relax the foot onto the floor and just let that knee open. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Okay, so you can rebend the right leg, foot flat onto the floor, and rebend the left leg. And you're going to bring your left knee into your chest and start to do little pulses here. Okay, so actively trying to draw your left thigh towards your belly. Using the strength there of your hip, of your core. And just bringing your left foot towards your face, rotating the knee out to the side. And then taking the foot out to the side and rotating the knee into the center. That's it, try it a few times. Foot towards the face, knee out to the side. Tune in to how the leg is rotating within the hip. Take the foot out to the side, knee into the center. Then last time, bring the foot towards your face, the knee out to the side, and try and hold it there for a moment. Trying to use the strength of your leg to rotate the leg. And then putting the left foot on the inner right thigh. Yeah, so not on top like we normally do. And you can push the right leg into that left foot. See if it can help you so that you can get a little bit of resistance to squeeze the left knee down. Yeah, so a tree pose, not only is it a balancing pose, but it's a hip opener. So you can feel both the sacrum on the mat. You can definitely feel the back of your right hip. See if you can make sure you feel that as you open up the left knee. So we want to replicate that when we're standing on one leg. Then you can extend your right leg out straight. And then let the foot just rest on the floor. Let the knee open. Let gravity help to open up that left knee. And breathing in. And breathing out. Hopefully the hips feeling nice and warm, gooey. We're going to bring that left knee back in. Bring the right leg back up. Catch hold of your block. Take your block into your feet and your feet up to the sky. You squeeze that block with your legs so the inner thighs are working. Press the ankles into the block, the foot into the block, and then start to draw a circle on the ceiling with the block. Yeah, only a small circle. Good. The more you can press your feet in towards each other, the more you're going to work the inner thighs. And squeeze your belly button back so you're feeling your core getting strong here. So take the circles the other way. The block really helping you to start to develop that strength, that core strength. Good. Now from here, take the block towards your head and put the block into the hands. Take the block behind your head and your feet down towards the floor. Lift the legs back up, put the block into the feet. You can do it without the block. Lower the feet down and the arms up and over your head. So try this a few times. So waking up that core, trying to keep as much contact on the floor with your back. Yeah, especially as you lower those legs down. Don't go so low that the lower back comes off the floor. Alternating from one to the other. That's it, waking up that core. Last one. Good, isn't that fun? And then catch hold of the block. Let the feet rest onto the floor. Take a moment, breathe into your belly. And hug your knees into your chest. Just one last thing for the core. Roll your way up to seated for a minute. Have a little moment, let all the blood flow the right way. And you take the block, place it onto your shins and come into a boat pose. Yeah, and don't worry, of course, if you haven't got the block, doesn't matter. You can reach your hands forwards or you can stay here, just balancing, lifting the head, chest up. Or reach the hands towards the feet and come into a low boat. Yeah, so really focus on that block and then bring it right back up. All right, 3 more of them. Focused, controlled. Don't worry if the block falls. 2 more of them. Notice how much more you have to consider everything when you're looking after that block. And then last time, coming into that low boat and into that high boat. Good, release the block. Press the soles of the feet together. Catch hold of your feet and then lift up tall. And then exhale, walk the hands forwards here. What you've worked there, the inner thighs and the core, see if you can get that little bit of release. And also, how are the hips feeling? And try and bring it into your back a bit by creeping the hands a little bit further forwards. And then walking the hands all the way back. Well done. You're going to cross the legs and roll through into your child's pose, or taking the legs to the side. Have your big toes touching, your knees open right wide. Relax your forehead down into the mat. Keep creeping the hands as far forwards as you can. Feel that lovely extension there. Big breath in. And a long breath out. Coming up onto all fours and straight into your cat-cows. Let your belly sink. Lift the head, chest up. Stretch what you've worked. And then push away and round into the back. Get 3 more of them. The inhale to let the belly sink. And the exhale to round. 2 more. Inhale, let the belly sink. Lift the head, chest up. And then push away and round into the back. Last time, belly sink. Maybe I added one. And then push away and round. Good. So now let your belly sink. Tuck your toes under. Lift the hips up and back into your downward dog. Press the heels down one by one, kind of walking your way into your downward dog shape. How high can you come up onto your toes? Really feel the kind of roots of your big toe. Now you lift your right leg up to the sky, bend the knee and open up the head. Bring your right knee into your nose and your right ankle in front of your left thigh. Push the hips back into a little seated downward facing dog. Bring your right foot inside your right thumb and then lower your left knee to the floor. And set. And then lift your arms up into a nice low lunge. And we're going to see if we can lean the chest back into a little bit more of a deeper stretch. Taking the hands down, come back onto your left knee and then draw your right toes up to the sky. Good. Welcome to this right hamstring. And stepping onto your right foot, tuck the back toes, front foot to the back, and you can drop your knees or elbows, brush the rib cage. Push down to come into your cobra up dog, and then take it up and back into your downward facing dog. A little wiggle, sending those hips up high. So lift the left leg up to the sky, bend your knee and open up the hip. Just starting to build a little bit of heat now. Bring the knee into the nose, shoulders over the hands, and then put your left ankle in front of your right thigh and push those hips back into your little seated downward dog. Bring your left foot inside your left thumb. Lower the right knee to the floor. And then lift your arms up. And then see if you can find that space to lean into the back of your body there. Good. And then lowering the hands down. Come back onto your right knee. Left toes to the sky. Welcome to the left hamstring. Inhale, chest to toes. Exhale and fold it forwards. Good, let's rebend into the left leg. Tuck in the back toes, lift your back knee, front foot to the back, elbows brush your rib cage here. Push down to come cobra up dog, and then take it straight up and back into that downward facing dog. And if you want to wiggle, wiggle it out. Let's go again. Right leg lifts up to the sky, bend the knee and open up that hip. Right knee into nose, right ankle goes in front of the left thigh, and then push the hips back into your little down dog seated. Step your right foot inside your right thumb. And we're going to come up into a high lunge now, so lift your arms up. And then again, see if you can lean it back a bit. Leaning the chest back, leaning into something. Good, taking your hands down, straighten into your left leg now. It might not straighten completely, that's fine. Squeeze the hip back. Inhale, chest forwards. Exhale and fold over those legs, just checking in with the hamstring. Your back heel can be off the floor, it's totally fine. Somehow sweep the right leg to the back of the mat. Maybe the right leg stays straight, maybe you bend it. Elbows brush the rib cage. Push down, cobra, up dog, and then straight up and back into your downward dog. Yeah, hopefully this lovely heat's starting to travel around your body now, waking everything up. Then take the left leg up to the sky, bend the knee and open up that hip. Left knee into nose, left ankle in front of the right thigh, push the hips back. Yeah, so a little, whatever you see, I'm calling it a seated down dog. Left foot inside the left thumb. Come up into your high lunge. And then see if you've got a little bit more room to lean back a little bit more than normal. Good, and then taking the hands down, come back onto the right leg, see if you can straighten that left leg. And again, you're just playing with it. The back heel might be off the floor, the front knee might not be completely straight. And with the palms flat, can you slide that left leg to the back of the mat and the elbows brush the rib cage. You can drop your knees. Cobra up dog and then back into that downward facing dog. Take a breath in, try and lift the hips up nice and high. And a breath out, squeeze the heels towards the floor. Good. From here, walk your hands back towards your feet. Hold on to opposite elbows, relax your head. Use the weight of the elbows to stretch the spine. Yeah, to feel those hips really high. Sway, sway, sway. Good, and then releasing the hands. Start to roll your way up. Last thing to come up is the head. Good, do you feel 10 feet tall? So stand onto your right foot. Now the width that we did lying down on our backs, let's use it here. So you're going to bend your left knee and try and squeeze the left knee up towards your chest. Okay, and do little pulses here, squeeze it up. Sit, and now let the left knee fall out towards the left side and bring your left foot towards your face. See if you can do that there. You can be holding on to something if you need to for balance. And then try, without using your hands, bring that left foot to your inner left thigh. It can be below the knee, but above the knee is where we're aiming for, not on the knee. Okay, hands heart center. Now imagine you've got your glutes on the floor, and they're both level while you open up this knee. Breathing in. How's your balance this morning? And then breathing out, we'll bring the knee back in through center. Give it a little squeeze up. Maybe we can extend that left leg out. And then lower the leg down. Good. So press your way into your left foot. Start to bring your right knee up to your chest. So just as if you were lying down on your back, squeeze the knee up, little pulses. You can be holding on to something. Good. And now let the knee come out to the side, the foot towards your face. You can do the opposite of that, foot out to the side, knee into the face, knee into the center. Good, so rotate that knee outwards. Okay, and slowly start to drag that right foot to the inner right thigh. It can be above or below your knee. Yeah, so now if I was able to be there with you, then I would be making sure that these hips are level. Yeah, so we're not swinging back open. And then the opening is coming from the knee opening within the hip, not the hip opening the knee. Breathing in. How's your balance today? Looks good from here. And then breathing out, bringing the knee back into the center. We can pulse it up, up, up. And then maybe extend that right leg. Good morning, legs. And we'll lower the leg down. Oops, stand onto that right foot. Inhale, lift your arms up. And then exhale and fold it forwards, hinge from the hips. Inhale, lift the head, chest up. And as you exhale, walk your hands to the top of the mat. So just challenging the balance a little bit more now. Bend your knees and lift your hips up to the sky into your downward dog just before we get into the flow. Right leg's going to lift up to the sky. Now don't open up the hip, have your toes pointing down. Start to come onto the fingertips of your left hand. And then see if you can take your left hand back towards your left foot. You can have your fingertips on the floor. Or maybe take your left arm by your left hip. Focus on the balance. You can try, as an option, bringing your right knee into your nose and bringing your right knee to your right elbow. Shoulder comes over the hands. Just have a play with it. And then take your left hand down, right leg all the way back up, three-leg dog. How was that? Lower your right foot to the floor. And we take the left leg up to the sky. Calm and steady, let the breath flow. Come onto your right fingertips. See how that feels. Take your right hand maybe to the back of the mat. You can keep your fingertips on the floor if you like. Or take the right hand by your right hip. Find that balance. This is enough balancing right here. Or you can bring your left knee into your nose. You can also start to bring your left knee towards your left elbow, shoulder coming over the hands. Just be calm. Right hand down, left leg back, three-leg dog. Good. Lower the foot, lower the knees, sit back into your heels. Take a moment. How was that? Give the wrists a little shake. Let all the blood come down the right way. You've got one more go. One more go at that balance, okay? See where you get to. Come back onto all fours. Let the belly sink. Lift the head, chest up. Tuck those toes and lift the hips up into downward dog. So calm is key. Calm and steady. Right leg lifts up to the sky. Don't open up the head. Come onto the fingertips of the right hand. That's enough. Or take your right hand to your right, fingertips of the left hand. Sorry, guys. Yes, you got your right leg up, left hand, fingertips. Left hand back towards the left foot. Maybe left hand by your left hip. So remember, this is all maybes. Where feels good for you? Bring your right knee into your nose. Come up high onto your left toes. Can you tap your right knee to your right elbow? Bring your left hand down. Sweep your right leg back. Three-leg dog. Lower the right foot. Lift the left leg up to the sky. Toes pointing down. Find that balance, guys. Well done. Come onto your right fingertips. Excellent. Take your right arm, maybe towards the back of the mat. You can keep your fingertips on the floor. Your right hand by your right side is as an option. Start to bring your left knee into your chest. We worked on this action lying down on our backs. And then maybe you can bring your left knee to your left elbow for a little tap. And then hand comes down, left leg goes all the way back, three-leg dog. Awesome, guys. Lower the left foot to the floor. Come up high onto both toes. Roll yourself forwards into your plank. Elbows brush, push right back up. Oh, little shocker there for you. And again, elbows bend, push right back up. You can do this with your knees down. Last time, elbows bend. Push right back up. Good, lower the knees. Sit back into your heels, take a child's pose. Press the hands into the mat, stretch all of that out. Or you add in a little vinyasa, that's cool. Breathing in. Breathing out. So hopefully we've got your brains in gear. We've got your bodies in gear. Let's see what we can do. Come up onto all fours. Let your belly sink. Think playful now. Tuck your toes and lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Okay, right leg lifts up to the sky. Bend the knee and open up your hip now. Right foot is going to land next to your left thumb. Wiggle it all the way over there. So if you don't get it there in one swoop, wiggle it till it's there. Slide the left leg back. Drop the back heel. Right hand inside right foot. Left arm up to the sky. Yes. Sink down into your side angle. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, come up into your warrior two shape. Yes. Straighten your right leg and then turn your left toes in. Yes, the back toes in and sit down into a goddess pose, reaching the arms up to the sky here. That's it, good. Swing into those hips. Hands come heart center. Now you're going to stand onto your left leg and bring your right leg into a tree pose. Use the strength of the hips there. That's it. Good. Now maybe you can be here for a moment and lift your arms up to the sky. Bring your hands back down through heart center. Start to bend the left leg. Take your right leg back out into your goddess pose. Yes. Right hand inside right foot. Straighten the back leg. Let's take the left arm up and over the head. Good. Lower the left hand to the floor. Take the front foot to the back. Now we're going to do a little pulse down and up or go straight through it. Okay, so elbows bend and push back up. Good, elbows bend, vinyasa. Cobra, downward facing dog. So you're mindfully moving. That's it, carefully thinking about what it is that your body needs. Left leg up to the sky, bend the knee and open up the hip. Left knee to your right thumb. Or left foot, sorry, to your right thumb. That's it. Then you can walk your back leg away a bit. Drop the back heel, left hand inside left foot, and then right arm up to the sky. Enjoy your side angle here. Your hand could be on a block. Your forearm could be on the thigh. Looking down, come into your warrior two. You're going to straighten that left leg and you turn your right toes in. And bend the knees, lift your arms up to the sky into your goddess pose. How low can you go here? Good, so you're going to stand onto your right leg and then bring your left foot to the inner right thigh. Try not to use your hands. You can be below the knee or above the knee. Lift the arms up, up, up. Bring your hands back heart center. Take the left foot back into your goddess pose and then sit down deep. Good, straighten the back leg, left hand inside left foot or forearm thigh. Now let's take the right arm up and over the head. Good, right hand comes down and the front foot goes back. Find your plank. So there's a little pulse in between, or go with it. Elbows brush, push back up, or go with the flow. Elbows bend, vinyasa, cobra up dog. Take it up and back, downward facing dog. Breathing in, lift those hips up high. And breathing out. Okay, let's add the little seated chair pose downward dog to the beginning of that. So you lift your right leg up to the sky, bend the knee and open up that hip. Bring your right knee to your right elbow, shoulders over hands. Bring your right ankle in front of your left thigh and push those hips back here. Look at your left hand, pop your right foot next to your left thumb. Slide your left leg back. How we do it? Drop the back heel, either right hand inside right foot or right forearm onto the thigh, left arm up to the sky. Breathe in. Good. As you breathe out, look down. And now come into your warrior two. Straighten your front leg. You're going to turn your right heel in. Yeah, inwards. And then bend the knees into your goddess pose. We can have a little bit of pulsing here. Think about the body moving back, the hips moving forwards. Okay, nice and strong. Stand onto your left leg. Bring the right foot to your inner left thigh. You can use your hands if you need to. Lift your arms up, up, up. Don't worry if you fall and wobble. Hands come heart center. Extend the right leg out towards the front of the mat. Come back into your goddess pose. Sink down low. We've prepped for this. We are ready. Straight into your back leg. Take your right hand inside your right ankle. Left arm up and overhead. Remember, forearm thigh if you want. Good. Left hand comes down. Let's hang tight here. Take your right hand over to the right. Back heel lifts. Walk your right foot over to the right side. And then let's see if we can straighten into this right leg. Yes, you've been here already. Inhale, head, chest forwards. Exhale, fold over the leg. Okay, let's stand onto the right leg and take the left leg up to the sky. And you're going to pulse that left leg. Pulse it from the hamstring and from the glute. You can have a bend in the right leg. Bend that left knee and open up the hip. And we bring your left foot next to the right. Oof, what a journey. Inhale, halfway lift. Now stay in your halfway lift. Bring your hands to your hips and come all the way up to standing. Good, at the top, tuck the tail under. Lift the arms up, push the thighs forwards. And then exhale, fold and hinge from your hips. Good, inhale, take a halfway lift and lengthen. And as you exhale, float, step your feet back. Now you can add that little double dip or go with your vinyasa. Meet me in your downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Ready to start the journey again. So here we go, left leg lifts up, bend the knee and open up that hip. So this time bring the left knee to the left elbow, give it a tap. Left ankle in front of the right thigh, push the hips up. Feel that nice stretch in the left hip. Look at your right thumb. Place your left foot right next to the right thumb. Walk your back leg away a bit. Drop the back heel. Left hand inside left foot or forearm thigh, right arm up to the sky. Breathe in. As you breathe out, look down. Let's come into warrior two, keeping that left leg nice and strong. Straighten the left leg, turn your right heel inwards. Bend your knees, lift your arms up into your goddess pose. Maybe you can do little pulses here. All right, strong onto your right leg. Bring your left foot in. Try and bring that foot up to the inner right thigh. Lift your arms up. Bring your hands heart center. Extend your left leg over towards the left side. Back into that goddess pose. Straighten the back leg, forearm thigh, or left hand inside left foot. Right arm up and overhead. Good, taking your right hand down, we are getting there. Left hand over to the left. Pick the back heel up, walk your left foot over to the left side, and now work on straightening that left leg. Okay, so any tension that's building up, see if you can release it here. Okay, feels natural to stand onto this left leg now. Walk the hands forwards, raise your right leg, and then do your little pulses. You're pulsing higher rather than letting the leg fall lower. Then you can bend the knee and open up that hip. Let the head hang heavy. Send that knee up nice and high. Good. Lower your right foot next to the left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and fold. Nice heavy head. Can you feel your belly on your thighs? If not, bend your knees. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Bring your hands onto your hips. Come up with a straight back. Doesn't have to have straight legs, but straight back. Tuck your tail. Thighs forwards, hips forwards. Lift your arms up. And then exhale and fold and hinge. Inhale, take a halfway lift and lengthen. You're going to step back or you are going to jump back. Vinyasa, double dip if you want. Depends how you're feeling today. Maybe sometimes a double dip is good. Maybe today, no double dipping. Heels down, hips up, big breath in. Long breath out. Excellent. Come up high onto your toes. Roll yourself forwards into plank and then lower all the way down onto the mat. You can rest your forehead on your hands. You can give those shoulders a little shake. You can breathe a big sigh of relief. You're going to squeeze your right knee out towards the right side. Have a little look at it. Make sure it's in line with your right hip. That's it. So not a tree pose now, because we're going to bring the right foot underneath the right ankle. Yeah, so we're creating a 90-degree shape there. Try and push down through your inner right knee, inner right ankle. Try and lessen the gap between the floor and your inner right thigh. And it's a nice gentle stretch. Maybe it's a big one for you, or some people are really open in this pose. So I know my daughter's, she can't touch her toes, but she doesn't really feel this one. But you are getting a nice opening in the hip all the same. Come onto your forearms. Push down through the forearms and lift the chest up. Your right arm is going to slide underneath your left arm. Yeah, towards that left side. And now I want you to bring your chin over your shoulder. Yeah. And your left fingers to the top of the mat. So you're getting a stretch in the outer right arm. And then you're thinking about your both sides of your chest being on the floor, not one side being open. One more breath. It's a big stretch, yeah? Good. All right, bringing the left hand back in, release the right arm. Now bring the sole of the foot to your inner left thigh and press the foot into the thigh there. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, squeeze your shoulders down the back, and now try tucking those toes under. Have a little bit of fun with this. Push down through the hands, you can push down into your bent knee, and then lift the hips up into a tree pose, downward facing dog. How does it feel? And then roll all the way back down, trying to keep that foot on the inner thigh, back into the floor. Yes, extend the right leg out straight. Do any little wiggles you need to do. And then we'll bring the left knee in line with the left hip, left ankle below the left knee. Yeah, take a moment. You know, if this is an easy pose for you, enjoy it. You can add a bit more by pushing down through the inner left knee, inner left ankle. Oh, we're going to come onto the forearms. Getting that upward dog shape. Yes, like you're trying to drag your elbows to your leg. You're going to lift your right elbow up so you can thread your left arm over to the right side. And you want your chin over your left arm, your right arm out to the front of the mat. I like to karate chop the floor, so if you put the edge of your right hand on the floor, and then push down through that right hand. Yes. Breathe into all the places where you're feeling a stretch. Perhaps the shoulder is really taking over from any other sensations now. Good, and then you can release the arm, shake it out, and then bring your left foot to your inner right thigh and actively push the leg in there. So imagine now when you were standing in your tree pose, this is how you would want your hips, not one flaring open. Yes, that knee is in line with the hip. So you might be there, might not be there yet. All is good. Hands underneath your shoulders. Draw the shoulders back, tuck your toes. You can come up onto your knee first, but lift your head, chest up, and then lift the hips up into your tree pose, downward dog. Push through the hands, try and lift those hips up, feel the foot pushing into the leg, not the knee. Yeah, you don't want it anywhere near the knee. And then roll your way back and slowly control the journey down. Good, once you get their hands underneath you, you can extend that left leg straight and give it a little shake. Take the hands underneath the shoulders, draw the shoulders back, push down through your hands and come up into a cobra upward dog. So if you've got your thighs on the floor, keep your elbows slightly bent. If you've got your thighs up off the floor, try and straighten up into that up dog. And then into your last downward facing dog. Squeeze those heels down, lift those hips up. Get your last kind of big pose, I guess. Right foot to your left hand. Turn both toes towards the side. And come into your wide leg forward fold. So as you inhale, bring the fingertips underneath your shoulders. Lift the head, chest up. Try and swing your way forwards. That's it. Try and feel the stretch in your hamstrings. And then exhale, lovely, fold it forwards, nice heavy head. You can take the hands behind your back and interlace the fingers. Lovely, and then let the hands pour over towards away from your sacrum. Nice, Jax, well done, guys, looking good. One more breath. And then releasing releasing the hands back onto the sacrum. And then down onto the floor, bend into the right leg, come back to face the front of the mat. And all you're going to do is put your left shin onto the floor and then sit your bum down. Safe, we are safe and sound. Pop your right foot back in front of your left foot. Push down through your fingertips, lift up nice and tall, and then start to walk your way forwards. Oh, how does that feel now? Taking one big breath in, and a long breath out. We're going to keep the legs as they are, and then slowly roll back up. And you're just going to lay down onto your mat. So you've got one foot in front of the other here. That's it. So it should add a different sensation. How do the hips feel? How does the back of the body feel? You can take your arms up and over your head. It's almost like a double tree pose. Breathing into the belly, into the rib cage, into the chest. And breathing out. How close can the heel be to your pelvis? And then the other heel close to that foot. Relax completely here. Just for a moment. Got a few more poses, a few more effort, a little bit more of effort. Then you're going to bring the other foot in front. Okay, so wiggle the whichever heel is the other one to the pelvis, and then place the other foot in front and see how that feels. And this is a great one to do if your full Baddha Konasana is a little bit difficult. Yeah, so if soles of the feet together is difficult, feels stiff, this is a nice one to do. Breathing in. And breathing out. You're going to stretch these hip flexors the other way now. So bending your knees, have your feet flat on the floor. Push down through both feet and then lift the hips up to the sky. You can take your arms underneath you. Wiggle the shoulders towards each other. Push down through the baby fingers. Inhale. And then exhale, release the hands, lower the spine down vertebra by vertebra. Now repeat that again, or we will do a wheel. Arms up and over your head, fingers to the shoulders, palms flat into the floor. Inhale, lift the hips up. And then go all the way up into your wheel if that's what you're doing today. Nice, Katerina. Good. Nice, Jack. Squeeze those legs towards each other. Lovely, Steph. Yes, good, Karine. Nice, Teresa. Great. Lovely. Got one more breath there. Awesome, guys. Well done, George. Nice, Jackie. And then start to lower down, vertebra by vertebra. How are you all feeling? Well done. Have your feet as wide as the mat. Knees towards each other and let them just fall into the center. Good. So you can try hugging your knees into the chest. This is enough. And when we come into plow, you can keep the legs, straighten the legs up to the sky. And we'll do the same thing as we do in the plow pose. Okay, so hands flat onto the floor. Take the legs up and over your head. Find a place where you can support the back with the hands. Make sure ponytails aren't changing the journey of your spine. Take a moment just stretching into this space. Remember, you can do this with your sacrum on the floor. So you're going to bring your heels into your bum and take both feet straight up to the sky. And then take a tree pose here. So sole of your right foot to your inner left thigh. See if you can open up that knee. Active through your left foot. Changing sides, left foot to your inner right thigh. Open up that knee. foot back up to the sky, and then we can lower the legs back down behind your head. Palms flat onto the floor, and then slowly lower down. Yes, well done. And then you can take the legs all the way to the corners of the mat. Let the toes fall outwards, the palms rest down by your side, and let your eyes close. Give yourself this moment. So I spoke yesterday about imagining that your Shavasana was your house cleaning time, but it's your body cleaning time. You know, when your house is really messy and you walk around picking bits up and putting them in the right place and shuffling things around, cleaning things. Shavasana could be like that moment, but it's your body cleaning everything up. Yeah. Brushing everything into its right places, putting socks back in a pair. Your Shavasana is that moment where your body can do all of those things, putting all the parts of yourself back together. So give yourself a few moments of body cleaning, house cleaning, eyes closed, face relaxed, jaw relaxed. No awareness on your breathing. Everything soft, calm, peaceful. So you're welcome to stay there for as long as you like. But if the day needs to start for you, then wiggle your toes and wiggle your fingers. It's very important to transition slowly from one stage into the next. Reaching your arms up and over your head, do a full body stretch, a nice big yawn into your bodies. And roll to the right side into a fetal shape. Keeping your eyes closed, come up to seated to face the front. Sit in any shape that feels good for you. Palms together, we press the thumbs into the chest bone. In gratitude as always to the practice. And I'm super grateful to you guys for being here with me today. Being creative, moving our bodies, challenging our brains. A big breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Namaste. Have a beautiful rest of your day, guys. Thank you so much for being there. Let me know if you've got any questions, as always.